Hey everybody, my name's Kevin, and you may remember me from the Kickstarter campaign that you helped to drive to a successful conclusion. I'd like to show you something that I got today. These have arrived straight from China. These are what the circuit boards look like when I received them in unassembled form. Now, some of these are going to be coming from China assembled already, so I won't have to do that. In fact, the vast majority of them will come fully assembled, and that includes the Board X motherboards, which are, you know, a little complicated and would be quite a time sink if I were to try to build those all myself. And then there's the AVRX processor add-on, which you guys are of course probably familiar with too. That's being made in China as well, and some are being made here by hand. So what's in here, you may be wondering? Well, in here are some XB radio add-ons that I will be assembling this weekend with my good friend Ed, as well as some, I think, Proto X's, the prototyping boards, which don't require much assembly. Just the, you know, the circuit boards and parts are mostly what I just send out. And I think, what else did I order? Oh, duh, some Board X motherboards. So there are some blank Board X motherboards in here that we're gonna open, and let's take a look, shall we? There's no good way to go about attacking this package, so I'm just gonna do some diagonal cuts here. There's quite a bit of packaging, actually. But I want to be careful, obviously, because you don't want to scratch them. There's about 4 or 5 inches of bubble wrap on this thing. Alright, this is looking familiar now. And there's styrofoam and packing film and everything. Okay, so here they are. So these, I hope that's not out of focus. Here is a pack of 25 Board X motherboards, revision K2. You can see there's a new logo on the back. These will still be assembled by hand, but I'm not sure if these are going to be going out to the Kickstarter backers fully assembled. These will actually be used for the $500 backer level folks who needed coffee coasters as part of the reward. So some of these will actually not be assembled. They'll just be kind of packaged with little rubber things on the bottom to make nice coasters out of them. And then the rest of those will probably be assembled at some point by hand for testing purposes, and maybe even put some of those on stock in the website. But there are, I think, 200 of those coming fully assembled from China, which is more than enough to cover the Kickstarter contributions, as well as put them in stock and save some for my eventual resellers that I'm hoping to get. So here we have the XBX radio add-ons. I'll put some close-ups of these on the website, some stills that you can download. And there were some slight modifications made to this, but since the prototypes that you've probably seen, they're actually green on the website, so I'll have to take some updated photos. So these have some transistor logic built in that allows you to easily do remote resetting and programming of your Arduino projects. And here we have the Proto X's. So there are 100 in here. So, like I said, so 100 radios, 100 protos, and 25 motherboards. So let's open up the motherboards here and maybe get a closer look. Of course, always being careful because I don't want to scrape this really cool silk screen that we have. Okay, so there you have it. Looks pretty cool. It's nice and shiny. It's got a slightly updated silk screen from what you may remember from the project photos on Kickstarter. I took the liberty of adding outlines to many of the components on the board to assist my friends in China who will be assembling these, as well as making it a little bit easier for myself and I to assemble. I also do have some college buddies that come and help me on the weekends. So this will make everybody's life a little easier without hopefully making it a little too busy, you know, with all that white stuff going on. But otherwise, it's still very much the same board as what was featured on the Kickstarter website. No major changes. I think I may have just slightly moved some things around to make things a little bit more accessible here and there. But other than that, looking pretty good. Let's see, is there anything else? No, oh yes, I did get some parts from DigiKey today, which, you know, nothing too sexy going on there. Just have some NPN transistors for the XB radio boards. As part of the reset circuitry, I have, does it say how many? 510 kilo ohm resistors. You wouldn't believe it, but that's actually 500. It's pretty small. And I have 100 of the switches on the XB radio board. And what these are actually used to do is to toggle the serial transmit and receive line between going directly to the XB radio board, which is useful when you're talking to a microcontroller, or it converts them to crossover mode, which is what you need when you need to plug in board X with a radio board and have it talk directly to the computer. And again, if you were to just plug it in without this switch on there, I would have had to make a decision as to whether I wanted you to be able to talk to a microcontroller on the board or your computer directly. And this way, you don't have to choose. All you have to do is switch this little guy. So, that's all. I'll talk to you guys next time.